our former Prime Minister.
Kenya is mourning. The nation has fallen silent after the death of Raila Amollo Odinga, a man whose name is woven into every chapter of Kenya's political story. Early on Wednesday, Raila passed away in India after suffering a cardiac arrest during a morning walk. Within hours, President William Ruto addressed the nation, his voice somber, his words deliberate, declaring a 7-day period of national mourning. Flags across Kenya and its embassies worldwide will now fly at half-mast in honor of a man whose life was larger than politics itself.
In honor of the Right Honorable Raila Amollo Odinga's extraordinary contribution to our nation, I have declared a 7-day period of national mourning, during which the national flag shall fly at half-mast across the Republic of Kenya and in all our missions abroad, as a mark of respect.
President William Ruto's statement began with a tone that cut across party lines. He called Raila Odinga a patriot of uncommon courage, a pan-Africanist and a unifier who sought peace and unity above power. The president went further to say that all his public engagements are postponed, urging other leaders to follow suit. It was not just a declaration, it was a moment of national pause.
I have postponed all my public engagements for the coming days, and I ask all other public servants and leaders to do the same so that we can join the nation in this period of mourning and deep reflection.
It was official. Kenya's flags lowered, State House in solemn quiet, and the country braced for a farewell unlike any other. President Ruto announced that Raila Odinga will receive a full state funeral, complete with military honors and the highest level of state protocol, a rare tribute reserved for only the most iconic national figures.
Our former Prime Minister, Raila Amollo Odinga, shall be accorded a state funeral with all attendant honors. In consultation with the family, a committee to be co-chaired by the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, and the Siaya Senator Oburu Odinga has been set up to coordinate the funeral arrangements.
A committee co-chaired by Deputy President Kithure Kindiki and Raila's elder brother, Siaya Senator Oburu Odinga, has already been formed to oversee the arrangements. From protocol to public participation, every step is being coordinated to reflect Raila's stature in Kenyan history.
A delegation comprising government officials and family members, led by Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, is leaving immediately for India to facilitate proper organization in the repatriation of the remains of our brother, the Honorable Raila Odinga. Other members of the delegation are Cabinet Secretaries Kipchumba Murkomen, Hassan Joho, and other ministers, National Assembly Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah, Minority Leader Junet Mohammed, and other members of the Odinga family, Jaoko Oburu Odinga, Kevin Obio Oginga, and others.
And Aida.
And Mama Aida herself, the family has finally decided that she will join those who will be going to recover.
The government of India has offered to assist with repatriation, a gesture of respect that underscores Raila's international stature. Leading that delegation is Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, accompanied by Cabinet Secretaries Kipchumba Murkomen and Hassan Joho, along with Mama Aida, who has been at the heart of this story of resilience and love.
At the same time, the government of India, at the request of the government of Kenya, has offered to facilitate the repatriation of the remains of our former Prime Minister. Consequently,
when Ruto spoke of Raila Odinga, the political divide seemed to dissolve.
He endured detention and persecution so that this nation might know and enjoy democracy.
Those words echo decades of struggle from the Nyayo House cells to the fight for multi-party democracy, from the constitutional reforms to the handshake that changed Kenya's political rhythm. Raila Odinga was never a man of half measures. He was loud in conviction, fearless in dissent, and unwavering in his pursuit of justice. Love him or disagree with him, every Kenyan has felt his impact in policy, in politics, and in principle.
Round the Bay of Mexico, where the sun shines daily on a mountain top, I took a trip on a sailing ship. When I reached Jamaica, I made a stop, but I'm sad to say I'm on my way.
Kenya's political timeline cannot be told without Raila Odinga. His life was a bridge between the nation's liberation heroes and its new generation. He embodied contradiction, an opposition leader who became a government partner, a critic who often stood shoulder to shoulder with the very system he once fought against. President Ruto's decision to honor Raila with military rights is not just symbolic, it is political maturity in motion. In a country where politics often divides, these moments unite. Ruto's gesture redefines political rivalry from hostility to historical respect. And perhaps that is the most profound tribute of all, a recognition that beyond parties and ideologies.
He championed reforms that gave birth to the rights and freedoms we hold dear today. His voice spoke for the oppressed. His conviction inspired generations, and his vision shaped the course of our history.
Raila Odinga was and remains a pillar in Kenya's democracy. As the delegation led by Musalia Mudavadi lands in India, preparations are underway to bring Raila's body home. Kenya will watch in silence as the aircraft carrying his remains lands at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, draped in the national flag, received with full military honors. Mama Ida Odinga will stand beside the casket, surrounded by family leaders and citizens, a moment that will mark both a farewell and a reflection of 5 decades of political life that shaped a nation. Raila's passing could well become a reset moment, a pause for Kenya to reflect on its journey and on what it means to serve beyond self. As the 7 days of mourning begin, expect public vigils, candlelight ceremonies, and perhaps moments of collective silence across counties. In that silence, Kenya will find the measure of the man they called Baba.
Raila Amollo Odinga is truly a once-in-a-generation leader, a man whose ideals transcended politics and whose legacy will shape the destiny of Kenya for generations to come. A giant who towered for decades over our democratic landscape. He was a colossus of Kenya's modern politics, an indomitable warrior in our struggle for freedom and prosperity, and a statesman of boundless selflessness. In his passing, we have lost a patriot of uncommon courage, a Pan-Africanist.
Raila Odinga's story does not end in death. It continues in the ideals he fought for: democracy, justice, and unity. For now, the flags are at half-mast. The nation bows in respect, and history records the passing of one of Africa's last great political titans. Newsroom, Maisha TV, Reader, Kering Chebet.
Batoka kwenu jame, wape hiyo pombe yao, wakileo akitapika ni shauri yao.